to see you this evening for our 29th session of the Sketchtember Challenge. 30 days of different free motion quilting sketches because I like to sketch and then stitch. So I have not actually put these designs on a quilt this month, although I've done a lot of quilting, but I do want to, at some point, might take another 6 months, but I would like to try these designs as an actual stitching series. Part of my problem is that I don't have a good setup to film my long arm and my domestic machine either. I think I need to invest in a GoPro camera to kind of wear under my neck, under my chin, and give you a good view of the needle as we do these free motion quilting sketches. So let's grab our tools, whether you're using paper and pencil or a whiteboard, which is my favorite way to do free motion quilting practice. Let's get started. I have a really fun design for you today with a quilted fish. Now, this is just your basic fish. We've seen just a little like goldfish guy like that. So it's really fun to incorporate that with free motion quilting. So what I would do, I'd probably start, because I tend to draw them this way, although you should practice drawing designs either way, either direction, so your fish can go all sorts of directions, but we need to connect things. So let's practice. We've got the basic shape. It's almost like a figure eight, but just with a straight part for the tail. And so if I started here, I'm quilting along and I want to add a fish. So I'm going to just drop my fish around that way, and then maybe some lines of water. And here's his buddy. Whoops. I got that guy going to a little too pointy where he didn't need to be, but let's do that one. And again, you can echo down that tail and continue, or you can just, when you get back to your starting point, because that's the trick with this design, is you end up at the same place. So you're either going to have to echo to continue on in a different direction, or you're going to have to branch off from where you started. But that could be interesting. Now I need to remember to go in different directions. So let's get our school of fish swimming along here. And then I'll come back around and get one pointed in that direction. So there you have a school of fish, or a group, a trio of fish, and one pointing the other way. So that's just a real quick and easy idea of something you can do. This the other technique, or the other trick I like to recommend that you do when you practice your free motion quilting is scale. So we want to do some fish that are small here, and I'm just connecting them with those lines there. And then for comparison, I want to try some really big fish. If you were doing a kid's quilt, you wanted it really loose and open and fluffy, you could increase your let's see, what if I made this one go that way, your scale there, and make really big fish. You could even mix in the same quilt. You could have some big mamas and papas and some little babies goldfish swimming along behind. So however you want your school of fish to look, but that's just a really fun basic design. And then we practiced wavy lines early on in this series, but that's a good filler for your background to make sure that it looks like there's some water hanging around there with your fish. So have fun stitching some fish. That is our free motion design for today. And stay tuned because there's just a few more designs before we close out Sketchtember. Have fun with your free motion quilting.